Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Giants, and it's all up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope spring.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, the 10th pick of the draft, coming off that national championship in Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Look, there are pressures that come along with being a first-round pick. You're expected to lead your team to bigger and better things right away, no matter the situation you're drafted into. But to his credit, he hasn't shied away from any of those pressures. He's been the guy they needed off the field. Now we finally get to see what he can do on it.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Jones once more. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Audio Okereke making that stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They kick the running back in motion. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Michigan. That gets them a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First and 10. Here's Jones. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
One after try good by Reichard. And the Vikings take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Right, ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. Leading them out in his 6th NFL season since being picked 6th overall, Daniel Jones.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
Connects with Slayton. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Pistol now for Jones. He finds Johnson. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Coming right to Singletary. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake, Jones. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. They go play fake with Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He beams one, deep right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get 6 more on their early advantage. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Right, ready to send this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll start this series with an option left. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's gonna be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That's caught for the first. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw by Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, here's Jones. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. All set up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. McCarthy throwing here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Through the middle, cut near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series. From
the red zone now. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Jones. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings swell their first quarter by 6. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Jones on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Give to Singletary from the gun. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Here's Jones to throw. He finds Slayton. And he's taken down at the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now off play action. Connects with Johnson. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Running in the red zone. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Here's Singletary. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up second and goal. Singletary goes up and over for the touchdown. The Giants fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Devin Singletary with the touchdown. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on first. This is ahead for about 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 4th and short. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Connects with Slayton. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
3rd down, Jones to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now Jones. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play fake, Jones. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and goal for Jones. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here's Agnew on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Cordell Flott there on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Giants and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he gets him around 6 there. Harrison Smith in on the stop. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll stick with Singletary. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jonathan Bullard with the stop.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Harrison Smith in on the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, here's Jones. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, this is Singletary. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He finds Johnson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll go right side with Singletary. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Singletary again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down throw by Jones. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, Jones to the air. Escapes the pocket. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that gets them back within 5.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the counter, Singletary. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Flushed down out to his left. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
So often we hear this, and it's true. Defense is about reaction, and on a toss play, well, it's all about that quick reaction time. You got to ID that play quickly and break downhill, and it's a loss of yards, or in this case, it's a no-gainer.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Called that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Vikings football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. McCarthy to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, here's Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Running back sent in motion. Able to find Hawkinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. He does it! Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings push the lead up to 12. Right, ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside give to Singletary. Along the sideline, past midfield. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing here, Jones. Tries one back across his body, and it's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental, not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Coming right to Singletary. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. They give up the gut to Singletary. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll run with Singletary. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Has it at the 7. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Slot man motioned over. A handoff for Robinson running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Throwing from the gun here. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Jones now to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants parlay the interception into points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings and their QB, J.J. McCarthy, returning to the field on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. Hopkinson reels it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Giants and Devin Singletary back out on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Give to Singletary from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Jones now on third down. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Finds his target, Robinson. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now a give to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6. They put a receiver in motion right. The second down run by Singletary. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down. Here's Singletary. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. They'll run it with Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing third and long. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. From the gun, Jones gets it. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Jones once more. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. He's running for it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That'll be Cox. Here's Ty Chandler. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A give left side to Jones. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. And then it's a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pass is caught by Addison. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push the lead up to 12. Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First throw for the backup now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects with Slayton. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Locked down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third down, 1 yard to go. Locke looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Here's Locke to the air. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one's incomplete over the middle. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's McCarthy to throw. Has his man, it's Addison. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. On play action now, McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. McCarthy to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, here's Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send him left out of the slot. 2nd down carry for Jones. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Rolling left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Vikings looking like they'll start this season with a win. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Locke. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. from the 17. He finds Johnson. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Lock to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing is Lock. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Now to throw. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. To throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Going with Jones on the ground. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. 5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. On the carry, this is Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 6 yards on the play gives them 4th and short. We'll see what they choose to do. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Smith able to put it through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Here's Locke. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.